Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome. All right, so you guys know my style. I do flow, but I also incorporate a little bit of power in it. So always do what your soul needs today. Don't think that because you did something the last time that you were in class, that means that you have to do it today too. Always listen to your body, okay? Always, always, always. It doesn't matter what your mind and your ego are telling you, just listen to what feels good for you today and go with your breath, all right, my loves? Okay. What we're going to do basically is we're going to start with our meditation with the grounding, and we're going to do the flow, going back to what I was saying, and then we're going to finish with the harmonium. I think I am feeling like singing Loca Samasta today. If you guys want to hear that, let me know in the comments as well, and if not, we just do the ohms at the end. All right, my loves, so let's get started. Let's begin our practice finding that comfortable seated pose on your mat. Crisscross, half lotus, full lotus, whatever you feel like doing today. If you want to grab a block, sit on your block, sit on your pillow, whatever makes you feel more comfortable today. And ease your way into closing your eyes. And at the same time, try to bring the hands facing down on top of your knees, on top of your thighs. And give yourself a moment here just to close your eyes. And as you allow the breath to deepen, you start focusing and going inwards, in accessing the places within you that are not feeling well today, and also the places that are feeling great. I want you to see both sides of you today. I want you to embrace the darkness as you embrace the lightness, because they both make part of who we are today. So allow the breath to deepen, allow the breath to take over your thoughts, the feelings, the sensations, whatever it is that you're experiencing right now as you sit on your mat today. And just give yourself a moment to arrive into this space. Hopefully you'll be able to close your eyes already. And as you keep your eyes closed, I want you to think about creating a protective shield that covers the four corners of your mat. And in this space that we have come to create, whether it's in the middle of your living room, in your bedroom, in your patio, it's not the ideal place, I understand. It's not the studio, but we do what we can with what we have. And the beautiful thing about this yoga practice is that we can take it everywhere we go. And all that we need is a little space, ourselves and our breath, and that wanting to do this, wanting to heal. We want to heal. That's exactly what we're here for. So with your next big breath, drop the hands into the heart center, connecting the palms. Open your elbows out to the sides and take a big inhale to elongate the spine and sit up a little bit taller. Lift tall, bring the chest forward, lift the head high. Sit up proud. Proud of where you've been, proud of where you're going, but most importantly of where you are right now in life in general. You're doing great. Tell yourself that. With your next breath, I want you to dedicate this practice to finding gratitude, because we're so accustomed to always ask for stuff. And when it comes to setting intentions, it's not always about asking. It's also about gratitude. It's also about taking a moment here to recognize that there are things, beautiful things, that surround us. So before we begin our practice today, instead of asking for joy, for happiness, for this, for calm, for hope, I want you to find it already within you. So take a moment to find 3 things that you are grateful for right here, right now. Just think about 3. There's so many. Maybe it's the simple fact that you woke up today, that you're alive, that you woke up to someone you love, even if that someone is seeing you through the screen right now. Take a moment just to breathe, to invite that feeling of gratitude, of joy to invade your whole being right here, right now. And let those feelings run through your entire body. Find a little smile on your face. And with your next inhale, go ahead and reach your arms towards the sky and separate the palms away from each other. Release that intention out to the universe. With your next exhale, go ahead and drop the hands back to your heart center and place them on top of your knees, on top of your thighs. Start making some neck rolls here, gently rolling your neck to the right. Very easy, not a lot of effort here. Just give yourself a moment to check in with the places in the neck that feel tight. And just breathe your way there. With your next breath, switch directions. Let's take it around in the opposite direction. Just begin here. Maybe you were all day on your phone, on the computer. Give yourself a moment to release the tension here in this area. And then slowly come back to center. Blink your eyes open, arrive into the space. Bring your hands in front of you and connect to the ground, to the space that you have created for yourself. Make it that sacred space that you need today. Roll onto your knees and onto your hands. Let's make our way into our tabletop position. So bring the hands directly under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. And let's begin moving through our cat-cow. So inhale, look up, drop the belly, and exhale, push the floor away, suck the belly in. And inhale to look up, and exhale to push the floor away, and continue breathing. Inhaling to look up, and exhaling to push the floor away. One more, deep inhale, look up, and exhale, push the floor away. Begin making bigger circles with your body, inviting your dancing lines to come out to play now. So start circling the body around towards the right as if you were steering a putt here for a moment. And then circle it around to the left. Just start inviting that free-form movement in your body while in your tabletop. We started at 6. You can just start. Yes, my love. All right, my loves. Take a couple of more breaths here just to feel your way through this dancing lions. Breathing a little bit deeper into the joints of the wrists, of the elbows, of the shoulders, on the hips and the knees as you massage those knees against your mat. And then slowly come back to center. And if you haven't done so already, turn one hand at a time, fingers towards your knees. If this is too intense, fingers out to the side. With your next breath, tuck the toes behind you and begin shifting the body weight front and back. And just breathe. Use the breath here to breathe into the front of the wrist, into the forearms. Take one more round of breath here, and then with your next breath, go ahead and turn the hands back, fingers to the top of your mat. Keep those toes tucked, and inhale to lift the tailbone all the way up. And exhale, push the heels back, make it into your first down dog. And begin pedaling the legs, bending one knee with your inhale and one knee with your exhale. Give yourself a moment here to breathe, to explore how this pose feels for you today. Where are you holding tightness? Where are you feeling light? Just whatever the answers to those questions may be, find yourself with acceptance, never with judgment. Eventually, we'll make our way into stillness, aiming both heels to the back of our mat, pushing the floor away as you spread your fingers wide away from each other. And with your next inhale, shift the weight forward into your plank pose, shoulders over the wrists. With your next exhale, drop the knees, drop the chin to the floor, and inhale, slide through an up cobra pose. With your exhale, fold all the way down, belly and forehead to the ground. Bring the hands outside of your mat, 90-degree angle with your elbows. And with your inhale, lift yourself like a cobra pose. Lift all the way up. Bring the right shoulder to the left hand, and then circle yourself all the way up to lift through the right side. And then lower through the left side and lift. And exhale, switch sides, and continue just breathing, inhaling and exhaling. One more on each side. Inhale to lift, and exhale to lower and lift through the left. Go ahead and lower all the way down, belly and forehead to the ground. Bring the hands directly under the shoulders, hug the elbows in, and inhale to lift, cobra pose. Look over the right shoulder, come back to center, look over the left shoulder. And then come back to center. Tuck the toes behind you, lift up and back. Downward facing dog. Make your way here, back to center, back to feeling. Back to stillness, back to breathing, back to connecting to that feeling of gratitude. And with your next inhale, shift the weight forward one more time. Drop the knees directly under the hips. Take a big inhale to reach the right arm all the way up. And with your exhale, circle the arm through the back and around. Big circles, getting into your shoulder joint, breathing, moving with the hips, follow with your gaze, and then switch directions. Take it to the front. Continue breathing, continue feeling, and then inhale the right arm all the way up towards the sky, and exhale, thread the needle. Right shoulder and ear down to the mat. Press on the back of the right hand against the floor. Breathe into the back of the right shoulder. Options here. Walk the left fingertips in front of you towards the top of your mat. Maybe reach left hand up and around. Grab for the half bind. Keep breathing. Maybe challenge yourself. Lift the left leg off the ground. You don't have to do any of this. You can stay exactly here where you were at the beginning. Take one more breath wherever you are. If you lifted the leg, lower the knee and bring the left hand under the shoulder. Inhale to push, right arm to the sky. And exhale, lower the right hand down to the floor. Inhale the left arm to the sky and circle it through the back and around. Big circles. You guys, I forgot to tell you that I am in a mirror photo of the video, so when I say right, you see the left. Switch directions, take it around the other way. So I do know my lefts and rights. It's the camera that is flipping my image around. All right, go ahead and reach the left arm all the way up, and with your exhale, thread the needle. So bring the left shoulder and ear down to the mat. And we'll move through the same variations that we did on the other side. Whether it was walking the right fingertips to the top of your mat, breathing and feeling, or going deeper, going for the half bind. Maybe kicking the right leg off the ground, floating it up behind you. The same thing that you did on the other side. Replicate it on this side. Wherever you are, take one more breath and then slowly walk the right fingertips under the right shoulder and push down and lift the left arm to the sky. And exhale, drop the hand to the floor. One more time, tuck the toes behind you and inhale to lift up and push back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here to catch up with your breath. Take a minute here to just acknowledge again how this pose feels for you today. And tell yourself, yoga is not about me touching the heels to the ground. It's about the process of me getting there. So even if you're here or all the way here, you're exactly where you need to be. Just breathe. With your next inhale, pick up the heels. Tippy-toe your way all the way to the top of your mat, one baby step at a time. Place your feet hip distance apart, so 2 fists in between your feet. Bend deeply into the right knee. Place the right hand on the floor and lift those left fingertips to the sky. Think about finding a little bit of space in between the shoulder blades behind you as you push with the right hand and you lift higher with those left fingertips. Take one more breath here. And then with your next exhale, let's switch sides. So bend the left knee, drop the left hand. Reach the right arm to the sky. And breathe. And feel. And again, find that extra space in between the shoulder blades. One more breath, and on your exhale, lower both hands to the floor. Reach for opposite elbows and start swaying heavily over your legs. Left and right. Side to side. Just let every single worry in your body drop and melt on your mat. With your exhale, release the hands to the floor. Place them on your shins and look in front of you, halfway lift. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper over the legs. And inhale to round the spine. Slowly start lifting one vertebra at a time. Arms to the sky, connecting the palms. And exhale, hands to the heart. Arms by your side. Take a moment here just to acknowledge how you're feeling today. Notice your feet rooting and grounding to this space. And again, picture that safety, that space, that sacred space you've created for yourself today. With your next inhale, reach those arms to the sky. Yogi seal with the right hand, the left wrist. Pull yourself high and exhale, shift the weight over to the right side, breathing through the left side of your body. Allow the breath to deepen to help you go a little bit further, and then inhale, come back to center. Let's switch sides. So yogi seal, left hand, right wrist, and pull over to the left. Breathe into the right side of your body. Allow the breath to take you just a little bit deeper, and then inhale, come back to center, connect the palms. Exhale, cactus, open your arms. Take a deep inhale, puff up the chest, and push the hips forward as you look up and back, breathing through the heart, breathing through the throat. Inhale, arms to the sky, And exhale, fold completely, hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One leg at a time, step it back. Plank pose, holding your plank here, activating that powerhouse within you. And use your knees if you need to, otherwise lower down. Chaturanga, hover over the floor. Inhale, slide through cobra or upward facing. And exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here to activate your Ujjayi breath if you haven't done so already. So deep inhales in through the nose and ocean sound breath with the back of your throat. Breathe. Listen to the sound of the waves crashing. Take one more breath, and with your inhale, right leg to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip, and begin drawing imaginary circles with your knee up in the sky. Big circles accessing your hip socket joint. Big breath. And then switch directions. Take it around in the opposite way. Stay strong here with your hands pushing the floor away. And now kick the leg behind you, flexing the foot as if you were stepping on the back wall. Exhale, knee to the nose. Look in between your hands and step the foot in. Reach those arms to the sky, high crescent lunge. And focus on your feet, on your legs, strongly supporting you here. Feel the power is within you. Take one more breath, and with your exhale, lower left knee to the floor, untuck the toes behind you. You have an option. You can stay here, or you can lower the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, getting into our shoulders, into our backs, breathing into the hearts. Take a moment, let the light in your heart, in your throat shine a little bit more bright. With your inhale, arms to the sky. With your exhale, frame the front foot, tuck the toes, lift the knee. Left hand stays, right arm to the sky. Let's take a simple twist over to the right side of your mat. Lift the hips a little higher. Reach a little higher with the right fingertips, and with your exhale, drop the hand to the floor. Step it back, plank pose. Exhale to lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, slide through and up. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. So every breath is followed by a movement. Breathe, breathe. That's what Vinyasa is all about, breath with movements. Nice. With your next inhale, left leg to the sky. Bend the knee, look for your toes, open up the hip, and then draw those circles. Up in the sky, accessing your hip socket joint. Big breaths, big circles or small. Just move slow. And then switch directions. Take it around in the opposite way. Take one more breath here, and then slowly on your next inhale, kick the leg behind you. Flex the foot as if you were stepping on the back wall. And exhale, knee to the nose. Round the spine. Look in between your hands and step the foot in. And with your inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Stay strong with your legs. Stay strong with your feet. Nice. Think about lifting higher, touching the sky with your fingertips. And with your next exhale, lower the right knee to the floor. Untuck the toes carefully. Try to roll past the kneecap on the right knee. When you're ready, option to stay here or to go for that back bend. Lower the hands, interlace the fingers, and open your heart. Let the light in your heart shine a little brighter. And breathe. Use the breath as your vehicle. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, frame the front foot. Tuck the toes behind you, lift the knee, right hand stays. Left arm reaches high towards the sky. Keep twisting your heart towards the opening, towards the left side. Lift the hips a little higher, don't let them drop. And with your exhale, drop the hand to the floor. Step it back, plank pose. Hold your plank, feel the power here. On your exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, slide through and up, upward facing. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here, just find the gratitude in your heart right now, just for the simple fact that you can do this practice, that you can try your best, and that's all that you need right now. It doesn't have to be perfect. Perfect is overrated. With your next breath, pick up the heels, bend the knees. Option to step, jump, or walk, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Round the spine, pick yourself all the way up to standing. Arms to the sky, connect the palms, and exhale. Hands to the heart, arms by your side. Bring the toes to touch, the knees together, top of your mat. Bend the knees, sweep your arms to the sky for your Utkatasana, for your chair pose. And take a moment here, breathe for 1. And breathe for 2. And with your exhale, swing the arms back, interlace the fingers, use a strap or a towel, and fold. And take a moment here to breathe in the back of your legs and to breathe in the shoulders. And ask yourself, where can I soften? What can I let go here in these areas of my body that I'm feeling this tension? Use the breath as the tool to help you release. With your exhale, drop the hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold, step, jump, or walk. Go to that plank. And let's go through our Vinyasa Flow. So lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, slide through and up. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here, just one breath. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to the right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the left elbow, shooting star. So extend the foot, top corner of your mat, and extend the left arm to the sky. Take a moment here to breathe. Focus on your hips, don't let them drop too much. And then listen carefully. Drop the left hand down, step the right foot back for your plank pose. Drop both heels to the right side of your mat. Option here to lower the right knee down and extend the left arm to the sky, or go straight for your Vashisthasana side plank. You choose which variation fits you today. Work from your heart, not from your ego. Take one more breath. On your next exhale, drop the hand back to your plank pose. Hold your plank, breathe. Nice. On your exhale, push back, downward facing dog, straight there. And focus on your breath. Deepen that connection with the breath. With your next inhale, left leg to the sky. On your next exhale, knee touches the left elbow. Inhale to lift, and knee crosses to the right elbow. Shooting star, extend the foot, top corner of your mat. Right arm to the sky. Breathe, feel the power. Lift a little higher with the hips. And then drop the right hand down, step the left foot back, plank pose, hold your plank. Drop both heels to the left, Vashisthasana, or variation. Drop the lower knee and reach the right fingertips to the sky. You have those options here. Breathe. Breathe through the one that rocks your boat today. Take one more breath and then come back, plank pose. Again, straight back, downward facing dog. Take a moment, just one breath to connect, to recenter. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Bend the knee, look for your toes on your left armpit, and let's flip our dog. So drop the foot and reach the right arm up towards the sky. Focus on your hips, lift them a little higher. And then slowly come back. Three-legged dog. Make your way back to lifting the right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to the nose. Look in between your hands. Step the foot in. High crescent lunge. One more time. Reach those arms to the sky. Take a moment here. Feel for a second. Nice. With your next breath, go ahead and drop the back foot. Open up into your warrior two. So the back foot is parallel to the back of your mat. We have a heel to arch alignment. Front knees bent, side parallel to the floor. Arms reaching in opposite directions. Breathe. And this is a very powerful pose. So seek the warrior within you. Flip the front palm, reach forward, up and back. Reverse your warrior. Keep the front knee bent. Keep reaching through the right side of your body. And then side angle. Rest. Right elbow on top of the right knee. Left fingertips to the sky. Options here to lower the right hand to the inside of the right foot or to the outside. You can extend the bicep to the ear for your extended side angle. Wherever you find yourself today, I just want you to breathe and maybe find a smile. Take one more breath and then half bind if you wish. Drop the hand through the back and around. Maybe full bind. Try to reach for both hands behind the right thigh. Even if you just try, all you can do is try and breathe. Nobody's judging you. Nobody cares. Just keep breathing. Do you always. And then slowly open back up and push back to lift. Warrior two. Nice. Up and back reverse. And let's cartwheel both hands down to the floor. Step it back. Plank pose. Hold your plank. Breathe into your plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, slide through and up. And exhale, push up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment to breathe, to feel. With your next inhale, left leg to the sky. Bend the knee. Look for your toes under the right armpit. Flip your dog. Lift the left arm to the sky. Lift the hips a little higher. Breathe a little deeper. And then slowly with your next breath, come back. Three-legged dog, lifting the left leg up. Exhale, knee to the nose. Look in between your hands. Step the foot in. And lift, high crescent lunge. Lift those arms to the sky. Stay strong with your legs, strong with your feet, rooting to the ground. Take one more breath here, and then we'll open up. Warrior two. So drop the back foot parallel to the back of your mat. Create the heel to arch alignment. And breathe. Spread those arms away from each other. And just breathe. Breathe. You got this. Invite whatever sensations you need through the breath. Flip the front palm, reach forward. Reach up and back. Reverse your warrior. Keep breathing. Keep reaching. Side angle with your next breath. Rest the left elbow on top of the left knee. And reach the right fingertips to the sky. Take a moment here to keep rotating the heart open towards the right side. And then we find our variation. The same thing you did on the other side. So whether it was dropping the hand to the inside, to the outside, bicep to the ear, wherever you are today, breathe. Take one more breath and then maybe find a half bind, maybe that full bind. Again, the choice is always yours. You can stay here and everything is okay. Give yourself a couple more breaths here. Hi, Vero. Hi, Eden. All right, my loves. With your next breath, push down and come back into your warrior two. Up and back. Reverse your warrior. Counter the opening, the stretch we just did. And then cartwheel the hands down to the floor. Step it back. Plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, slide through and up. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Push the floor away. Breathe for one. Breathe for two. With your next inhale, right leg to the sky. Step it through in between your hands. Warrior one. 45-degree angles with the back heel, heel to heel alignment. Keep the front knee bent. Feel the strength of the warrior blood running through your veins. Take one more breath here. Feel the pose. Really feel the pose. And with your next exhale, bring the right hand in front of the right pinky toes. Take a big step to lift the left leg off to the fly for your half moon. So flex the back foot as if you were stepping on the back wall. Think about stacking left hip over the right, left shoulder over the right. Keep finding the length. Take one more breath. If you want to go deeper, bend the back knee, grab for the foot, kick the foot into your hand. You don't have to do that. You can stay exactly here and you're doing great. Take one more breath. Try to step it back carefully and smooth. Warrior one. Make your way back. If you need to adjust the feet, find that alignment. Nice. On your next exhale, frame the front foot. Listen carefully. Walk your hands to the left side of your mat. Wide-legged stance, so make sure your feet are either parallel to each other or toes in and heels out. Grab the outside edges of your legs or your feet and then fold. Relax the head towards the floor. Shake your head out, yes. Shake your head out, no. If you are dying to get upside down, this is your chance. You can do your tripod, your supported headstand, your pincha, your handstand, whatever is calling your name today, or you can stay here. And this is already an inversion. And you're getting all the benefits as if you were upside down because your head is lower than your hips. So just breathe. The deeper you breathe, the more you can open. If you're upside down, even though I can't see you, I know you're doing great. And just know that sometimes falling is part of the process of learning. Take one more breath here. Wherever you are, start making your way back down. And then bring both hands under your face and push the floor away. Nice. Let's walk ourselves back to the front of the mat. Bring both hands to the inside edge of the right foot. We're going into our low lizard lunge. So walk the right foot a little bit more towards the outer edge of your mat and start rocking back and forth on the ball of the back foot. And just breathe. Breathe into those hip flexors here on the right, on the left side. With your next exhale, lower the left knee to the floor, untuck the toes. And you have options. Again, you can stay here on the palms, or you can lower down to the forearms. And you can breathe here for a second, and you can surrender. If you want to go deeper into your galaxy pose, you know who you are. You can come back to the hands, bringing the right hand to the inside edge of the right knee, and push the knee away from you. Roll onto the blade of the right foot. Breathe into your hips, let the head drop back, maybe bend the back knee, reach up and around to grab the outside edge of the left foot, and let the head drop back. And breathe in the quad, breathe in the hip flexors a little bit. With your next breath, bring both hands in front of you to the inside edge of the right foot. Tuck the toes behind you, step it back, plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, slide through and up. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here just to breathe, just to feel. Give yourself a chance here to reconnect to your intention, to the breath. You're amazing. All of you are amazing. All right, my loves. Take one more breath here and then inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to the nose. Look in between your hands and step the foot in, 45-degree angle. Warrior one. Breathe through the sequence. You got this. This is the last one, the hardest one. The last one, you got this. Let that warrior one be felt in your body and make peace with it. With your next breath, bring the left fingertips in front of the left pinky toes. Pick up the right leg. Just find our half moon. Stacking right hip over the left, right shoulder over the left. Think about lifting higher, not sinking down. And again, if you went for that bind, you can bend the knee and grab for your candy cane. You don't have to do it. Again, we set intentions, not commands. Take one more breath. As smooth as you can. Start making your way back. Warrior one. That's where we're all meeting. Breathe. Breathe through the process of getting here. Nice. On your exhale, drop the hands to the floor. Walk yourself to the right side of your mat. Wide-legged stance, okay? We're going to bend the right knee and extend the left leg out. Take a moment here to find your side lunge. Make sure the toes on the left foot are straight up towards the sky. And you have options here. So you're here right now. You can bring the hands to the heart center. You can extend them in front of you. You can find your half or your full bind. Again, no problem if you're here. Breathe through wherever you are today. You're exactly where you need to be. Take one more breath. We'll switch sides. So go ahead and bend the left knee. Walk it over and extend the right leg. Toes up towards the sky. So the right hip is open. And breathe. One side is going to feel different than the other. It's normal. There's nothing wrong with you. Bring the hands to the heart if you want. Maybe extend the arms. Maybe your half or your full bind. Whatever you did on the other side, try to find it here as well. And again, if you're here, no problem. You're exactly where you need to be. Take one more breath. Then walk yourself back to extend both legs, feet parallel to each other. Second variation of your inversion. So if you want to get upside down again, do it. If not, just grab again outside edges of your feet or your calves. Grab something on your leg to help you pull yourself closer towards the ground. You could do your tripod, your supported, your pincha, wherever you are, as long as your head is lower than your hips. Even if you're just here, that's all right. That's all you need to do, and breathe. Everybody's just breathing through the process. Take 2 more breaths wherever you are. Give yourself a moment here to connect. And then slowly, with your next breath, wherever you are, start walking your hands back to the top of your mat towards the left foot. And bring both hands to the inside of the left foot. We're going into our low lizard lunge. Take a moment here, rock back and forth, rolling onto the ball of the right foot. And when you're ready, you let the knee lower to the ground and untuck the toes. And you can stay here with your hands connected, or you can start lowering yourself down to the forearms. Wherever you are, you know the way. Whatever you did on the other side, you will find it on this as well. So if you want to lift back to the hands, bring the left hand to the inside edge of the left knee and push the knee away from you. Roll onto the blade of the left foot. Let the head drop back. Maybe bend the back knee and reach up and around to grab the outside edge of the right foot. Open your chest, open your shoulders, breathe into those hips. Take 1 more breath. On your next exhale, bring both hands to the top of your mat. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, step it back, plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, slide through and up. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here, breathe through the sensations, through the feelings. With your next inhale, pick up the heels, bend the knees, look in between your hands, step, jump, or walk, top of your mat. Toes touch, knees together, bend the knees, sweep the arms up, Utkatasana, chair pose. Just for 1 more breath, you got this. And then with your exhale, swing the arms back, interlace the fingers and fold. For one last time here, notice, is there any difference from the first time that you did this in class? Take 1 more breath and then exhale, drop the hands to the floor. Last Vinyasa Flow, take it up and back and through those chaturangas, lifting for your cobras or upward facings. And then pushing back for your downward facing dog. Take your time to get here. We all have different ways of getting there. Honor the one that feels good for you today. And breathe. Take a moment here to reconnect to the breath, to the feelings, to the sensations, and recollect those thoughts of everything that you've just done. With your next inhale, right leg to the sky, and bring knee behind the right wrist, pigeon pose. Extending the left leg behind you. Bring both hands to the waist, to the hips. Just remind yourself to stay squared. If you notice there's a huge gap between the thigh and the floor, slide a towel, slide a block, something. Your dog if you need to. And then lower down to the forearms. Make peace with the pose. Eventually, you can start extending your arms in front of you and connecting your forehead to the ground. Completely melting over the right thigh. And give yourself a moment here just to breathe. Give yourself a moment here to just acknowledge where you're holding the tension, to acknowledge that you have the power to choose and open your own body by releasing yourself from the tension, from the fear, from the anxiety, whatever it is that you're inflicting to yourself. Sometimes it's situations that happened years ago that get stuck in our hips. So this is the way to access them. This is how you get rid of them so that you can create space for new things to come your way. Take 1 more breath and then slowly start lifting yourself back to framing the right knee. Tuck the toes behind you and lift the right leg to the sky. Shake it out. And then drop the foot down, downward facing dog, pedaling the legs. 1 knee at a time. Take a moment here to breathe. Nice. Find stillness. Let's go to the other side. So inhale, left leg to the sky, and bring the knee behind the left wrist. And extend the right leg all the way back behind you. And again, Bring the hands to the waist, to the hips, square yourself off. It's like you're giving yourself that little adjustment. Usually the teacher gives it to you. Right now, you are your own teacher. So breathe. And then slowly you can lower down to the forearms. Give yourself a moment here to breathe, to ease your way. Don't just like flop on top of your thigh. And then walk the hands in front of you and connect the forehead to the ground. Give yourself a moment of peace. Let me see what people are writing here. I love you too, Vero. Hi, Maud, Miami. Farah, how are you? All right, my loves. Take a moment again. Just breathe through those sensations. And yes, one side is going to feel better than the other. One side is just going to be like that brother, that sister that is always the difficult one, right? Even if that person is you. For me and my family, it is me. But just give yourself a moment to breathe a little bit deeper. You love both sides the same. You just have to breathe a little bit deeper through that side that gives you the most trouble, right? Take one more breath. With your next breath, start walking the hands back, framing the left knee. Tuck the toes behind you and kick the left leg up. Shake it out and then drop it into your down dog. Pedal the legs again. Let the blood flow come back into your legs. And then find stillness and take a moment here, at least 3 breaths. And I want you to focus on realizing the space that you have created with your breath during today's practice. I want you to focus on realizing the strength that was always accessible, that lived within you, that all you had to do is breathe, move, shift that energy around to find it. With your next inhale, pick up the heels, bend the knees, look in between your hands, jump to sit on your mat. Bring the knees to the chest, hug yourself closely, hold for opposite elbows. Sit up tall, elongate the spine. And with your exhale, drop the forehead to your knees. Chin to the chest. Make yourself into a little tiny ball and hug yourself. How often do we hug ourselves? How often should we hug ourselves? Take a moment, embrace your own self. With your next inhale, reach the gaze up in front of you. Let's make our way into our Navasana. So extend the arms, pick up the heels, and start transferring the weight to the tailbone. Activate the core and start extending the legs. Options, bend the knees, drop the hands, support yourself as much as you need. Breathe through whatever feelings you're having right now. Engage the core, you got this. Tell yourself you got this. You have to believe it first, not anybody else. Take one more breath, and then on your exhale, start lowering yourself all the way down to rest on your mat. Nice. Bend the knees, touch your heels with your hands. Let's go into our back bend sequence. So we have options here. We can go for our bridge, or we can go for our wheel. I'm going to demonstrate the bridge for most of you. If you want to go for your bridge, you place the hands behind the shoulders and you lift the hips. Inhale, lift the hips. And try to bring the chest towards the chin. And try to breathe here as you lift a little bit higher with the hips. Think about squeezing a block in between your knees. And maybe interlacing the hands under, bringing the shoulder blades a little bit closer together. We're here for 2 more breaths. So just try to keep lifting, or keep finding the strength through the breath. Take one more breath here. On your exhale, release the grip and start lowering yourself down, 1 vertebra at a time to connect back to your mat. Bring the knees to the chest and rock side to side. Massaging here the lower back. We're going to do that one more time, 1 more back bend of your choice. So again, you can take another bridge or you can go for your full wheel. So wheel this time, hug the elbows in towards each other, plant your feet firmly on your mat, push down to lift. Lift the hips up towards the sky, breathe through the shoulders, breathe through the hips. Invite a moment of softness through the entire tightness that you're feeling. Take 1 more breath wherever you are. Save a little energy for the dismount. And slowly, 1 vertebra at a time, you lower yourself back. Happy baby. Grab the outside edges of your feet. And let's rock side to side. Give yourself a moment here to close your eyes and don't worry about how silly we look. Yoga is not about how we look, how others perceive us. Yoga is about what we think about ourselves. What are we telling ourselves? Because that eventually is the way that we're going to talk about others. So the work starts with us. With your next breath, extend your legs up towards the sky and reach the hands towards your feet, connecting the palms. Let the blood flow for a second here. Just come back to your center core. With your next breath, hug the knees into the chest. And you have an option here. You can eagle wrap the right leg over the left, or just can keep here both knees together and let them drop towards the left side. And extend the right arm towards the right side in the opposite way. So if you're in your eagle, it will look something like this. If you're just with the knees together, it will look like this. Gaze towards the right fingertips in the opposite way. So it's like you're twisting. You're twisting your belly. You're breathing to detox, to let go of those toxins of the food that we eat. Give yourself a moment here. Just release the toxins. And with your next inhale, come back to center. Hug those knees into the chest. Nice. Rock side to side. And again, keep the knees together or eagle wrap left leg over and drop them over towards the right side of your mat. I have the microphone here on this side, so I can't drop all the way down. But you can extend the left arm towards the left side and just continue breathing and twisting through the belly. We're breathing into the lower digestive system. Give yourself a moment here. Make sure the right hand is on top of the left knee, pushing and pulling you in opposite directions. And with your next inhale, come back to center. Hug the knees, release the eagle if you had it. And then extend legs to the sky. Second option here, you can stay with the legs extended in your waterfall. You can drop a block under your lower back, or you can go for your shoulder stance. So if you are going for the shoulder stance, push down and lift. Hips over the shoulders. Engage the core. Find the stillness. Find the strength and try to lock your neck. Don't look around. Protect that neck. Maybe close your eyes. There's nothing to see. Give yourself a moment to feel, to let here the mother of all inversions do the work. Take one more breath wherever you are, and then slowly start dropping your feet behind you for your plow. Again, these are all options. It doesn't mean that you have to do this today, especially if it doesn't feel right, if it feels forced. If your toes touch the back of your mat, you can release the hands and interlace the fingers and extend the arms. And you give yourself a moment here just to breathe, just to ease your way into finding the comfort, the gratitude, and your heart. It's always attainable. You just have to remember the things that you have, not the ones that you're lacking. With your next exhale, slowly hold space for the dismount. Lower one vertebrae at a time back to your mat. Immediately into your fish pose. So support yourself, forearms on the ground. Connect the crown of the head to the floor, and let's take some lion's breath. So let's get super weird. Deep inhale. Open your mouth and side out with sound. Inhale. And open your mouth and side out. One more. Deep inhale. All right, my loves. Give yourself a moment here to rest in your final Shavasana. And I did promise you to sing. So we're going to do a quick Shavasana because Instagram is going to cut us up soon. So I just want you to, for at least a minute, just lay flat on your mat. And don't worry about anything other than just breathing and feeling and just nothing else. Nothing else matters right now. It's just you on your mat. And it seems easy enough, but it's actually one of the hardest things that we do in our practice. Hi, Angelica, besitos. All right, my loves. So I'm going to take you over to where the harmonium is. I think we still have like at least 5 minutes. And let's sing. But I want you to promise that you're going to sing with me, okay? Because I have a fear of singing, and it will make me feel better if you guys are singing with me. So actually, for right now, I'm going to take off the microphone because I don't think you guys want to hear my voice like that. And what we're going to do is we're just going to connect directly with the... Yes, Andrea, let's do it. So it's going to be Loca Samasta. All right, my loves? So let me turn this off. Actually, let me just put this over here. Down here. There you go. That should be good enough. Okay. So can you hear me right now? Give me a thumbs up if you can't hear me, okay? All right, my loves. You guys enjoy the class.